Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, and this is actually the first review that I've recorded since coming back from Germany. Spent time there primarily to catch up with people who I hold very dear to my heart, but also, as chance would have it, the Regensburg Craft Beer Festival was in full effect. So by the time you're seeing this, I will have already uploaded the vlog, so if you're interested, I'll put that link down below. And of course, whilst there, I had to catch up with some old friends from the industry, and of course the wonderful folks over at Birretta. Let's get the words out properly, Peter. Made a nice little haul, and I might have already uploaded some live reviews of my good friend Dean. So anything mentioned, of course, will be in the link or in the description down below, if I remember. I don't really tend to remember because I'm an idiot, quite frankly. But yeah, so picked up some German craft beer, which is always good. It's something that I've missed. Obviously not as much as like friends who I've left behind, but I have missed the German brewing scene in general, exponentially. Do you know what I mean? I can't think of a better brewing culture, and I can't think of a more exciting craft beer scene than Germany. The old and the new, the traditional and the experimental. I just love it. I'm like a kid in a candy shop, and even though I've only just come back today, actually, from Germany with a little bit of an ache in my liver, I thought I'd drink, I think, the only hoppy beer that I brought back with me. And yeah, so we're revisiting a beer from Hanscraft Company, and this is the Sundowner New England style IPA, which is brewed with, well, it goes well with paella and seafood, but the malts are Pilsner, Vienna, Weizen and wheat, or oats I should say, and then the hops are Equinox, Eldorado, Citra and Galaxy. And yeah, this is a 6.2% interpretation of a New England style IPA. Best before date is the 15th of the 8th, 2018, so it's still got a little bit of the life in it. I'm not sure when this was actually brewed, of course, but yeah, cool artwork. I think I've got a few of their beers, or one or two at least, on the channel. Their Motor Rule, which is their Imperial Stout, is just absolutely wonderful. Should have actually picked up another bottle of that just in case I haven't reviewed it, or just to enjoy it, because I want to fall out of this habit of just buying beers to review. I actually, today, coming back from Germany, discovered that Beers of Europe have, at the time of recording this video anyway, Maximator in stock, so I ordered a 6-pack. Because I'm just that excited, and I think I might do myself another German beer haul, even though I've got beer coming to me. It's a crazy time, even when I should be taking a little bit of a break from beer. But I will do, I swear, after reviewing this one, for all you health freaks out there who care for my well-being. I truly appreciate it. But yeah, cool artwork, and there is the awesome crown. So without any further ado, let's get this beer opened and see what we get. So, I'm going to use my Birretta glass, bottle shop in Munich. So let's see what we get with this one then. I had a few hazy pale ales and IPAs while I was in Germany, and although I didn't see as much of the festival as I probably should have, mainly because I was having fun with the people I was catching up at the festival, and the rest of the time I was, yeah, more importantly, spending time with, well, I consider them family. You know, my German family, who put me up for, 4 to 5 days, and it was great to catch up, reminisce, beautiful time in the most perfect location. I want to go back to Germany. I want to live back in Germany, and I'm going to do what I can so I could get myself involved in the industry, because I learned a lot about myself, not to get too personal or too gooey, but yeah, it made me really think about things, and I've never experienced anything so enchanting or as wonderful as Germany as a whole. I absolutely adore the country, And it won't be 6 months, it'll be much less next time that I go to Germany. I could have said better England there, but anyway. But yeah, beer in a glass, and that is a really nice sort of dark hazy sort of beer. Slightly amber. It's got that sort of like peaches and cream look to it. It's not really vibrant or in your face. I was actually worried, even though there's quite a bit of gunk at the bottom, that it wasn't really showing too much in the bottle. But I think once it was shook up, it sort of like got all that lovely goopiness, and it certainly looks the part. Looks absolutely wonderful, doesn't it? And it's got about 1 finger's worth of a slightly off-white creamy head. But yeah, it looks fantastic, so let's give it a sniff. Ooh, and it's what you expect from this style of beer. Lovely citrusy, tropical tones, bit of mango, almost like a mango chutney. But yeah, lovely gentle lime character, a little bit of a grapefruit. There is a very subtle dank edge in there as well. But yeah, peaches and cream, that sort of aroma. It's very gentle and vibrant, but without being like a potent sort of any IPA. But anyway, looks the part, certainly smells the part. It's all in the taste. Prost. Ooh. They've absolutely fucking nailed it with this one. Oh my word. That's lovely. It's so well rounded. It's got a lovely bold body to it. You get these lovely gentle tropical fruit flavours coming through, and then on the back end you get this lovely grapefruit bitterness. And I was talking to Max from Yankee und Kraut about the New England sort of craze, and we came to an agreement that as much as we love this style, we still like it when our IPAs have that bitterness to them. So yeah, I love the fruit juice sort of stuff. It's absolutely wonderful, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's stuff I could just drink all the time. But I like that slightly drying bitterness on the back end, and this has that. And that is actually, for all intents and purposes, a very, very solidly brewed sort of hazy IPA. And I think if you were to put this up against some of the stuff coming out of Verdant and Cloudwater and Daya, those sorts of breweries, well, every brewery's doing these sorts of beers now. I think people would fall in love with this beer. And I've not had enough from the German scene to like compare it to. I mean, I've heard so many great things about the stuff that Frau Gruber are doing, and Furst, I can't remember what they're called, but they were Hop City this year. They did that lovely can of beer where it's like very abstract black and white drawing. Can't remember what that beer was called, but yeah, this is a lovely example of the style. Alcohol is masked beautifully as well. It's chewy, it's bold. It's wonderful. It really, really is. And it's amazing that a German brewery can do this within the sort of like confines of the purity laws as well. Although I've never really fully researched it, but I think you can go around it, or there's some sort of like, not loopholes, but little tricks and tweaks that you can do. But yeah, big dank edge coming up now on the back end, mixed in with that bitterness. It's got that classic sort of roasted garlic oniony sort of flavour without it being too green. Yeah, this is lovely. It really, really is. Imagine that dank edge comes through as you inhale it as you drink it. It's a beautiful beer. It really, really is. They've nailed it absolutely wonderfully. I mean, look at that when you pour it in. Okay, how much do we have left? I don't know. Turn all of that to foam. So I'll give it a shake up, see if it changes. Oh yeah, look at those little bits and bobs floating in there. Nice one. But yeah, that head's reinforced really nicely. But yeah, it's gone a little bit more into that sort of chicken stock sort of territory now. So let's give it another sniff and a taste. Yeah, a lot more dank actually. It's got a bit more of a savoury edge. Ooh. With it all in there, I mean, look at that suspended loveliness. With all of it in the glass now, mixed around and incorporated, it's so much bolder and chewier. You lose that you slightly lose that fruity vibrancy. But that's still, it's amazing how these sorts of beers can have complexities. Do you know what I mean? It's wonderful. That is really, legitimately one of the best hazy New England style IPAs that I've tried. They've got it spot on. They really, really have. And it's got more of a West Coast bitterness now than it's all in the glass. So Max, if you're watching this and you haven't tried it, give it a go. And anyone else watching it and can get their hands on it, it's beautiful. It's lovely. I'd love this, like a big, like proper glass of this. I could gush all day about that beer. I really, really could. Beautiful stuff. So I think it's no surprise that that is a 10 out of 10 from me. It's what I want from this style of beer. And it also appeals to my yearning for these West Coast palate wrecking, even though it's by far a palate wrecker in terms of resiny characters. But yeah, it appeals to me perfectly. And it's like I've got this bottle just at the right time. So I'm not sure if they've put like 3 or 4 month sort of scale on it, or if they've gone for a year. But it's still bold, and looking at it now, it just looks dense and chewy. I love it. I really, really do. So if you've tried this one, then of course, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you've tried anything else from Hanscraft Co, suggestions always welcome. Picked up another bottle of theirs from Birretta, which I'm very excited to try. And give me some of your favourite German New England style IPAs, because if I can source it, I'm going to get it. Price at this point, because of my insane compulsiveness, means I'll pay it. Beautiful. I want more of this. I should have picked up a couple of bottles. Sorry, Dean, that I didn't pick you up, because that would have been a good joint beer review. But yeah, that's Hanscraft Co.'s Sundowner New England style IPA. 10 out of 10. Check out my German craft beer playlist. Check out my #Haze for Days playlist. If I've got enough beers for Hanscraft Co., that playlist will down below. But of course, check out the brewery and all their social media platforms. Check out Birretta. And check out everybody else who I've remembered to put in the description box as well. So thank you all for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers, guys.